Hey, what's going on, my friends? My name is Python and welcome back to another video here on the Minecraft channel. It has been a hot minute since we've done one of these videos, a Q&A video. So you guys know the drill. If you find yourself enjoying this video at any point or you just want to support me, then do be sure, of course, to drop a like. We get enough support, I may just do some more of these in the future. So, 50 questions to blast through. Let's do it. We've got Ryan Drayton weighing in with the first one. How old were you when you started playing Minecraft and why did you start playing it? Well, it would have been November 2010 when I started playing Minecraft. So I would have only just turned 16 years old. Guys, I'm going to be 27 this year. Blimey. And the reason I started playing it is because of, well, two reasons, really. First of all, my old secondary school friend Connor, shout out to you, introduced me to the game. And as a result of that, I started to watch C-Nana's old Minecraft Let's Play from way back in 2010. Got a real blast from the past here, my friends. We've got Colin, formerly known as Firestorm. Some of you guys may know who that is. Shout out to the old days. Comes in with, what is one thing from the old versions of Minecraft that you wish they hadn't changed or updated? You know what? I'm going to go with the food system. I don't really like the hunger system. I liked it way back in the day when you basically ate food and it immediately restored your health. It made food so much more important. I don't know. I may get some flack. You may disagree, but I don't know, man. The hunger system, I've never been a fan. Manny Gaming comes in with, hey Python, I was wondering, what are you going to do when the new blocks come for the Caves and Cliffs update this Tuesday? Are you going to continue the series in the same world or a new world? Well, first of all, I will be continuing the Let's Play series in the same world. I'm not starting any new worlds, my friends. I'm so tired of starting new Let's Plays for whatever reason. And what are we going to do with the new blocks? What is anyone going to do with the new blocks? Experiment with them. See what works, see what doesn't, see what kind of amazing builds you can make out of them. Jimbo Slice weighs in with your favorite new feature for 1.17. This is going to seem incredibly insignificant, but to me as a builder, it's pretty massive. Being able to make path blocks out of dirt and podzol directly, so you don't have to wait for things to grass over anymore. We've got my buddy Waddles here saying, if you could change one thing about 1.17, what would it be? I'm not entirely sure about a change, more so a re-edition. Bundles, I would have loved for that to be a thing in 1.17 and not 1.18, but as you guys know, my views on bundles are basically that they need a massive overhaul. They need a UI, they need to be made a bit more user-friendly. I can understand why they were postponed to 1.18, but I sure would have liked them in 1.17, because, you know, they really were a pretty decent thing to have on your exploration sessions. You pick up just a couple items off the ground, chuck them in the bundle, and boom, your inventory's nice and clean. We've got Forever a Noob coming in with the next one. Are there any changes coming in 1.17, either part, that you wish they wouldn't add to the game? I think you guys are going to know the answer to this one. The annoying butt crack caves, also properly known as the crack carver caves. Those really slim caves that go way down to freaking deep slate level and beyond. Those things are ridiculously annoying, and I don't like them, just at all. They don't need to be added, in my opinion. Ninja MC comes in with, my question is, what do you look for in a seed that makes it good for a Let's Play? In my opinion, biome diversity. Having pretty much all the biomes reasonably near 0, just makes for much easier transport, being able to explore your world, not having to explore too far to find certain things. Secondly, just structure diversity as well. Desert temples, jungle temples, all the temples, villages, pillager outposts, everything. Victor asks, I would like to ask, how is it to do YouTube full time? It seems like a normal job. Recording and editing probably takes up the majority of your day. And do you have a routine for uploading videos? In terms of a routine, I would usually aim for daily if I'm on top form. In terms of how is it to do YouTube full time? Honestly, as much as I may complain about it on my various social media, I honestly wouldn't trade it in for the world. Being able to make my own hours is literally the best thing in the entire world. And secondly, if I don't feel like making a video, then I just don't. So yeah, the freedom to be able to do that is really quite nice, I assure you. Jelly's coming in with, what countries would you still want to visit? Well, my top 3 are Canada, Svalbard, and Sweden. We've got Black Recluse weighing in with, what tip would you give to a new Minecraft content creator? Well, as cliche an answer as it is still the best one I would give. Enjoy what you do. Honestly, just enjoy what you do. Enjoy playing Minecraft. Don't do it because you think you're going to become big. People will see that from a mile off and they will not like it. Do it because you want to do it and because you have fun doing it. Titan51 with the next one. Do you plan on making a server where us viewers can play with you or something like that? Unfortunately not, if I'm being candid. The reason why I've never really had any gaming servers going on is because A, I don't really have a team or anything like that to moderate it. And secondly, even if there was, I wouldn't really want anyone else to be running something in my name, because if something goes wrong, then it reflects badly on me and my name and my reputation, whatever else. And more simply, I just don't have the time. I'm really, really sorry, folks, but I just don't have the time to run a server and be able to make the time to play. And then, of course, that would start a vicious cycle of me feeling bad because I can't play on the server, and then if I feel bad, then I won't feel like wanting to make videos. So yeah, you guys get what I mean. We've got my buddy Avamance coming in here. What's the one thing you have never built but really want to build? And who would you want to build it with apart from me? Hey, you know what? I'm going to go with a futuristic city. I have never ever attempted to make any kind of futuristic city in Minecraft, and I think that would be one of the coolest things to do. In terms of who I'd want to build it with, there's 3 people I can think of who I've seen do sort of futuristic builds in the past. One of them is Pearlescent Moon, one of them is False Symmetry, and the third one is DallasMed65. I feel like those 3, combined with my crummy ability, we could probably make a semi-decent futuristic city, right? Right? Bigly White asks, when not playing video games, what are your passions or hobbies you look forward to? Gardening, honestly. I like being outside and gardening and making my backyard look decent. One Girl Games comes in with any favorite buildings in real life. Honestly, the skyscrapers in Abu Dhabi, ooh, those things are beautiful. A true masterpiece of engineering and architecture. I'd love to try and recreate something like that in Minecraft. Next up is Michael Triner, who asks, how long do you see the current Let's Play series lasting? In terms of how long I see it going, until I feel like it, basically. Until I start running out of ideas, or the interest has died down, or my interest has died down, basically. I want to make it last as long as I possibly can, though. Don't worry. Talking of Let's Plays, Sean Poley asks, ever considered reviving one of your old Let's Plays? Absolutely. I can't tell you guys the amount of times I've thought about bringing back the original Python's VOD, you know, the one that ran for 212 total episodes. Holy poop. That Let's Play's got a very, very special place in my heart because it was the Let's Play and the series and the world that really started this channel off in terms of its growth. So, yeah, if there was ever one to revive, that'll be the one. TBNR Talha asks, Python, will you create a building tutorial about how to build? I don't know, really. I have tried to do some little building tutorials in the past, but they never really were up to my standards of video. If I was to try to make building tutorials again, they would be kind of in the same style as the 5 easy ways to get netherite, you know, short, concise, to the point, and just gets things done. We've got Olive, or Olive, who asks, why do you always use the same block pallets for building specific things? I mean, to be honest, the answer is very simple. Because stone and wood and dirt, they're all incredibly easily obtained at the start of the game. The reason I don't really build too much with concrete and all that kind of stuff is because I never really have a great quantity of that going on, you know? We've got Gallo with, hi, my question is, how are you doing lately? I hope everything is good so you don't have to take a break from YouTube. Loving the consistent uploads. Hey, buddy, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for asking as well. I have been doing very, very well lately, my friends. Now that us UK folks are allowed to get back out and see friends and all that kind of stuff, my mental health has gotten way, way better. Honestly, it's like freaking day and night. I'm feeling so much better nowadays, and hopefully that shows in the videos. iBlue weighs in with, why don't you follow trends to widen your audience? Minecraft bot challenge, manhunt, Mr. Beast type content. To be honest with you, it's very, very simple. I don't really like those trends. I really, really don't. I'm a survival Let's Player through and through. If I was to try and branch out into anything, it would be guides. Alexander Soma asks, what's your favorite game of all time, apart from Minecraft and Terraria, of course? That would have to be Call of Duty as a whole franchise. And the Call of Duty title in particular that's my favorite would have to be World War II, because it's the one I played the most by far and have gotten the furthest in. Faller Productions asks, what do you think needs a major overhaul or update in the vanilla game? The end. I mean, we have had overworld updates. We're getting all sorts of cool things in the overworld. We've had another update very recently, have we not? When was the last time we had an end update? That would have been 1.9, right? The combat update. So, hint, hint. I'd love an end update. I apologize in advance. I'm gonna butcher this name. Pitu Miat asks, Python, why don't you build in modern style? I think it's a really good building style. I've been building it for a long time now. Well, kind of similar to the answer I gave before. It's just the amount of resources I have. Once I manage to get, you know, into the end game and I'm able to make farms for all of the slightly more expensive blocks, things like quartz from villagers, concrete makers with TNT, all sorts of stuff like that, absolutely, I'll start building in modern style, dudes. Saitama asks, what is the first country you would like to visit once all restrictions are lifted? Well, funnily enough, I'd actually love to go back to Australia because holy poop sack, was that the best country I have ever visited. Seriously, if I could live there, I freaking would. Coming in at the halfway point here, Random Dude asks, how do you complete massive builds without getting bored? I don't really complete massive builds because I do get bored. That's the harsh truth of it. It's not very often I complete massive builds. When was the last massive build I completed, eh? Maybe the hub from Python Plays Minecraft? Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. I'm trying to get better with it, though. Hopefully. Max Power weighs in with, when will you do a hardcore Let's Play? Well, when 1.17 comes out in a couple of days, we're going to be doing not just a hardcore Let's Play, but an ultra hardcore Let's Play. It's going to be super fun, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Sam Bunclark asks, where do you get your motivation or ideas from for your builds? Well, for the most part, it's from real life and watching other YouTubers, sort of those two combined, and I've got myself a pretty good idea as to the sort of things I want to build. Guy Person asks, what was the best period in your life? If you mean what's the happiest I've ever been in my life, that probably would have been going to Australia last year. February 2020, I went to Australia for a couple of weeks, and I can't tell you, man, how happy I was to be there, relaxing on the beachfront with the ocean in front of me, just chilling on the balcony, ocean view. Oh, I can't tell you. It's just fantastic. Pancake Master asks, what's your favorite all-time Let's Play world in Minecraft? The original Python's world. Pretty easy, that one. Bandursa weighs in with favorite seemingly small Minecraft change in recent versions. Mine is TNT dropping 100% of blocks. Honestly, after a quick browse through the wiki, I would have to say, as a builder, the soul lighting, the soul lanterns and soul torches, you know? Blue lighting. It's pretty cool, especially if you're gonna do like an icy, snowy village or settlement. Anshul asks, what are you planning for the future of your personal life? I mean, honestly, just the usual sort of stuff. Find a lady friend, settle down a little bit, but more immediately right now, I'm just trying to sort of slowly overhaul my house and get my house up to the point where I want it to be. Basically, I'm trying to average overhauling like one room in the house every year, and so far, it's been going all right. Amir asks, would you consider doing a modern Megabase when you are done with the mountain town? Absolutely, but again, as I mentioned before, we need to get the ability to get lots and lots of resources to be able to make the modded build first. Connor Ward is asking, would you ever make a house on the snowy mountains in the next update? Abso-freaking-lutely. I don't know if you guys have been watching Dallas Med 65 Let's Play in recent weeks, but he went out to the new mountain update in Bedrock Edition and made some really, really awesome looking stuff out there. I mean, the landscapes plus the builds he were making, oh, just perfection. Absolutely, I'm going to make some stuff in the new mountains. We've got Ted Kelly asking, when you watch other creators' Minecraft content, do you feel like you're able to fully detach from work and watch purely for leisure, or is your brain always in work mode in the background? Honestly, both. Yeah, as a YouTuber, you're always looking around for the next ideas and your next builds and just brainstorming what you're going to do in future videos and your future content. So, yeah, but I don't really have an issue with just turning my brain off sometimes and just enjoying things for the fun of it. So, yeah, honestly, both. Skylar asks a nice simple one. What's your favorite build that you've ever made? Probably the hub project from Python Plays Minecraft. I love that thing. Like, I proper sketched it out on just my notepad in real life first before actually making it. And it was so fun. It really was. I had so many different usages to it. I had an iron farm in it, a tree farm, cactus farm, sugarcane farm, just so many farms. I absolutely love that freaking build, man. Kakali says, I'm from India. I'm a huge fan of yours. Can you do a speed run? I must admit, I do know that speed runs in Minecraft are pretty big in terms of having people watch them, but I've never really been a speedrunner. I don't really like doing things that sort of invigorate any kind of stress, you know? Although I say that, and I play Call of Duty, so I don't know what I'm talking about. The closest I've ever been to speedrunning is getting those relics on the old Crash Bandicoot games, you know, where you have to do the time trials to get the relics. That's probably about as close as I've gotten to speedrunning games. Ollie Spencer comes in with, hey Python, my question to you is, what is your single best piece of advice when undertaking a whole new project? It's kind of two things that link into each other, meticulous planning, and splitting that plan into very, very small chunks, you know? Very, very small, very easily achievable goals, so you always feel like you're making a good amount of progress towards your massive main goal, right? Demolicious asks, what has been your favorite Minecraft update so far? The 1.7 update, the one that introduced all the new biomes, the Mega Taiga, the Savannah, all that stuff. I think it was called the update that changed the world. Although, coming from that, I'd also love to see another update that changed the world. I mean, there's a whole bunch of biomes from the old freaking boats that we still haven't got yet, you know what I'm saying? Shafaya weighs in with, have you ever died in Minecraft because any of your cats jumped on your table? Well, in videos, no, I don't think that's happened, but outside of videos and recording, I'm pretty darn sure I can recall a couple occasions where that has been the case. Pesky kitty cat. Mr. Say My Name asks, is there a moment when Minecraft gets boring and you hesitate playing it? If yes, how did you recover from it? Abso-freaking-lutely. You guys have seen firsthand just how long a break I can take from Minecraft because I get either bored or just don't have any creative energy for it. How did I recover from it? By taking breaks. I mean, as much as taking breaks really harms the long-term health of a channel on YouTube. I mean, it's the only way I feel like I can regain my creative energy, so that's just how I roll about with that one anyway. Matthew Sterling asks a nice simple one. I would like to know what editing software you use and how long does it take to make a video? In terms of what editing software I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I pay for their subscription service, and Premiere Pro comes with it. In terms of how long it takes to actually edit down a video, anything from 1 hour to 2 hours typically. It really rather depends on the type of content. Let's Play content, yeah, about an hour to 2 hours. If it's any kind of sort of scripted content or guides or anything like that, it's going to be way longer. Daniel Haas asks, what's your favorite Minecraft mob aside from your Creeper brothers? And do you think there's any mobs that shouldn't be in the game? Favorite Minecraft mob is probably the Guardian. They give an increased amount of XP compared to the other hostile mobs, and also they give you the ability to make some pretty cool looking building blocks, you know what I'm saying? In terms of mobs I don't think should be in the game, bats. They're freaking useless. ADSSHG330 asks, is Ark coming back on a regular schedule? I would love to say and promise that Ark is going to come back with a regular schedule, and honestly I would love for that to be the case, but right now I'm prioritizing the Minecraft channel and then the GB channel if I have time, and then if there's time even still, then yeah, the Python channel. I'd love to bring back Ark, I really would, but yeah, I just can't promise any kind of schedule for it. I am sorry, but I'd rather just be frank with you guys than make false promises. Derek J asks, what did you do before you started YouTube? Did you go to school or did you have another job? I had 2 jobs before I became a full-time YouTuber. The first one was me being an Apple Mac reseller, repairer, builder, all that kind of thing. The second thing I did was web design. So yeah, those are the 2 things I did before I became a full-time YouTuber. Gobel asks, what made you start YouTube? And if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing? What made me start doing YouTube? Watching Nana's old 2010 Minecraft Let's Play. That thing was so fun to watch, I just kind of figured, you know what? It is kind of fun. I'll give it a go. And here we are, more than a decade later, guys. What would I be doing if not YouTube? Probably starting up my own custom PC building firm. I know there's loads of them out there, but I always feel like there's a market for people who want custom PCs. So yeah, that's what I'd do. Voided Main weighs in with, what's your favorite gaming memory from your childhood? Ooh, probably completing Crash Bandicoot 3 for the first time. That's the first ever game that not only I got 100% on, but I got 105% on because I got all the relics as well. I did all the secret levels. It was fun. It's the first ever game that I actually properly, fully completed. We've got the sausage coming in with, if you can add 1 new animal to the game, what would you pick? I mean, honestly, any kind of wildlife to make the game a little bit more alive. Even just the humble bird, you know? Aside from parrots, having regular birds just flying around would be freaking awesome, man. Coming to the end now, my friends. Woven asks, my question is, how do you not get bored of survival, and how do you recommend motivating someone to stay in the world? Well, the honest truth is, as I mentioned before, I do get bored. But in terms of how I stay in one world and how I recommend motivating someone to stay in one world, I mean, honestly, focus on the end goal. What goals do you have? And as I mentioned before, just make little goals that lead up to that point, okay? And then slowly but surely, you'll complete those goals, and eventually, you'll complete your bigger goals. Harry Delama comes in with the penultimate question. What are your future plans for Minecraft Minecraft SMPs. SMP content, as you guys probably know by now, is definitely not my strong suit. My single player Let's Plays have always sort of shone through on the channel. I always feel like I've got the most amount of energy on my single player Let's Plays. There's something about having control over the entire world which really appeals to me. You know, being able to update whenever you want, being able to play snapshots, all that kind of stuff. SMP content has never been my strong point. A lot of SMPs out there, they sort of rely on storytelling and role-playing in order to sort of, you know, engage the audience a bit more. And it totally works. It really does. But for me personally, I just like to play the game for the game, to make cool-looking things, to explore the world, you know? So that's probably why I don't really fit into Minecraft SMPs that well. And coming straight from that question into this final one, we have Sunrise asking, have you ever considered returning to Hermitcraft? Oh, now we're getting into the meat of it. Okay, I'm going to try and keep this as quick as possible. Guys, officially speaking, I've left Hermitcraft. I actually left Hermitcraft officially a month or two ago at the time of me recording this video. And before anyone puts on their tinfoil freaking hats and makes conspiracy theories, let me guys assure you that A, I left off of my own accord. No one coerced me into leaving or anything like that. It wasn't recommended. I wasn't shoved out. It wasn't anything like that. I left off of my own accord. Secondly, I've got absolutely nothing against the group or any of the folks in there. They are all fantastic content creators, and I wish them all the best on the future of Hermitcraft. And thirdly, as I mentioned in the answer to the last question, there's a lot of role-playing and stuff like that that, to be quite frank, I'm really not that interested in. Yes, it does work out in terms of engaging viewers and bringing people in, but it's just not me. I don't really like having to roleplay or anything like that. I like playing Minecraft for Minecraft, building stuff and adventuring and all that kind of stuff. And another reason I left is because of my mental health. There was a lot of things in my life in the back of my mind that was sort of weighing me down and making me feel, you know, all sorts of ways. So me officially leaving Hermitcraft and not always having that in the back of my head was definitely one of the bigger ones for me, and has been a factor into why my mental health has been improving lately, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know if any hermits out there are watching this video, but to all of you folks, I want to thank you for having me in the group and being amazing and supporting me and just being all-round fantastic people. And as I said before, I hope that you all do absolutely fantastic, as you all have been doing. I wish you all the best. So there we go, my friends. 50 questions answered in this Q&A session. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed today's video and you don't want to miss out on my future content, if you don't want to miss out on the 1.17 content, the future of the Let's Play, the UHC Let's Play to come, if you don't want to miss out on those, you're going to want to subscribe to the channel, my friends. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. You really don't want to do that. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I sincerely hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.